Hey everyone, this is Bridget, and today we're going to be talking about the plant kingdom through the lens of essential oils because they are incredibly powerful and beneficial, and we're going to be looking at how they can enhance spirituality, your vibration, your health, beauty, these specific categories. So I'm going to be talking about specific essential oils and which ones you can use for these different segments, as well as my favorite essential oils and how you can really become in communion and in communication with the plant kingdom as your allies on this spiritual journey. So I'm in love with plants. They are one of my favorite kingdoms to connect with. I connect with them very intimately, and specifically essential oils are incredibly potent and powerful because it takes a lot of plants to create and synthesize down the oil. And once you have the oil, what it is and what it contains is the essence of the plant, or really the soul of the plant. So it's very special. And I mean, I'm a tea drinker, and I've played with plants in many different forms, tinctures and such. And in ways, it's like it takes, cups of teas for 3 years to get to the point of what you can take in through a few drops of essential oil. And at this stage of the game, in this earth matrix and of spiritual development, we need something, a heavy hitter, to help us on so many different levels that really has that level of potency. Now, one of the reasons that it is so potent and powerful is because it can get past the blood-brain barrier because it is fat soluble, so it can go into your brain, it can go into your organs, your skin. It's highly absorbable, and it has the ability to access memories from other times and different senses. And it's one of the ways actually to access your past lives because these plants have been with us for millennia on this earth and on different planets. It's such a powerful way to connect in and to remember things, so that'll be probably a different video, but nonetheless, let's get into it. So let's start with raising our vibration and enhancing our spiritual development. So there's many different ways that we can look at this, so let's just kind of get into it. This is gonna be a really fun video, and I'm really excited about it because it's one of my passions. So it's gonna be more slightly vlogish because we're going to kind of sit back and enjoy. One of the things too, as we get into it, is I'm going to be talking about a lot of different essential oils, and it can become maybe overwhelming where you're just like, I don't even know. So what I want you to do so that you can have practical takeaways after this is grab a piece of paper, and as I'm talking about the different ones and you tune into their essence and also you tune into their benefits, write down and be like, oh yeah, that one. Definitely want that one. And see which ones can be your power herbs, your power plants. And because there's different plants that work for different people. There's ones that are universal and are just almighty powerful, which I'll talk about, but there's ones that you might intimately connect with. I have ones that are the essence of them, they're my friends, right? And so see which ones can be your friends. Now, before we get into this, it's really important to understand that you have to get essential oils that follow an organic farming practice, because if you don't, they have pesticides and all kinds of wax crap in it, and it's highly absorbable, so you really want to get high quality oils. For me, I've used lots of different ones over the years, but over the past few months, I'm like, I really need to go deeper into this because it's so powerful, the practice of essential oils. And so I keep on coming back to Young Living, and I really like their company. You can choose whatever you want. This is the one that I like. We've created a really fun group that has all different kinds of ways of using the essential oils, different themes. You can make a business out of it, which is really cool. And we're giving away a free bottle of cedarwood oil for anyone who signs up with us this month. And so there's more info about that in the description. I'll talk about that more at the end of the video, but I really want to get into just talking about the oils because I love them. So let's see what's in my hand first. Okay, lavender. This is a great place to start. I'm gonna be playing with this, so it's not gonna be like perfectly scripted, all right? But lavender is one of the power oils. So when I talked about that, there's these oils, there's these plants that are universal. They just transcend all categories. Like for instance, this one is so good for calming anxiety and your nervous system, and for sleep, for raising your vibration, For clearing spaces, it's really important for that too. So lavenders are one of the universal ones that goes through all different, oh, and it's really great for beauty too. So it just kind of is a winner on all levels. Whereas, for instance, clary sage, which is quite amazing, it's primarily for hormone balance. That's its magic. And so there's ones that are going to be highly specific and targeted, and then there's going to be ones that are universal. So that's an example of two of those things. Now I want to go by category, and I'll also have the timing notes. If for some reason you don't want to watch me for the next 15 minutes and you just want to cut to the chase of, for instance, which ones will help with spirituality, which ones will help with health, which ones will help with beauty, you can do that, and I'll have the timing so that you can just jump to that in the description as well. So let's get into the spiritual raising your vibration oils. So lavender, we just talked about, is a really fantastic one for that. And it has a mystical quality as well, I would definitely say to it. And it's very connected kind of to the old witch lore energy, because as I've gotten into the different plant spirits, lavender is definitely one of these, and it has that protective quality, but it also has an uplifting quality to it as well. Other ones that would fit into this category of more of kind of like the witchy, but very like powerful mystical ones would be rosemary, and then another one, for instance, would be mugwort. So those kinds of ones that are just part of that European lore and have those qualities that have been with us for millennia that are really special. Now, the thing that's interesting, that I find really interesting about the ones that are really powerful for raising your vibration and enhancing your spiritual capacities, which we have to get our favorite frankincense out for this conversation, is that they also always pretty much go hand in hand with having the quality of being antiviral or antibacterial, which I find very interesting. So when we talk about sage, so you might be, burning sage. We all know about burning sage. That has powerful antiviral, antibacterial qualities. So it's kind of like part of the nature of something that raises your vibration also has something that then transmutes that which is lower, which could be manifest in the physical world as bacteria or as a virus. So I find that connection very interesting. So there's usually that if they raise your vibration, then they also are counterbalancing and transmitting those lower vibrations. So frankincense, myrrh, and there's many other ancient oils that have been around for thousands of years and are biblical. They've been in the temples of the initiates, those kinds of temples, as well as like the Catholic and the Christian temples. They're just universally used in connection with spirit and enhancing and raising your vibration. They are anointing oils, and you can do ceremony with them and utilize them on the different various moons or different times for manifestation. And frankincense is just all powerful and is very, very amazing for this. It's very sacred and holy, like even just like kind of holding it and tuning into it, it's really, really special. And so there are many different kind of oils along that spectrum that are a part of this ancient practices, and those are the ones that I feel really can tap you into those other lives if you want to. The Young Living also has a set of these ancient oils that were a part of this, the biblical oils, and I'm going to get them and actually use them at my Glastonbury retreat so that we can retrieve these other lives and these other memories. But nonetheless, they are very sacred, they are very holy, and they connect you with the higher realms. So they are connected. They feel like intermediaries with the spirit realm, right? Some of them with the archangels, and some of them with just positive, benevolent beings. And so some of the ways that you can use this, I want to talk about now how, because I just said that you can anoint them. So you can put different essential oils. Let's just do it. Usually 1 or 2 is maximum. You always want to research how many drops, because there's some that are like really potent and you don't want too many. You want to mix them with a carrier oil so that because they're so potent, you need to mix them and dilute them so that they're not too much. So I'm anointing the third eye. You can anoint the crown, the back of the neck. I really like doing lavender with the back of the neck, so you can put it directly on the skin, which is very, very powerful. And since this is frankincense, it's one of those power essential oils too, which this is a bit too direct. I would usually put this into a carrier oil, but it's really, really good for wrinkles and the skin and acne. So it's one of the top, actually, beauty oils. So you've seen a few ways that I'm doing this intuitively. So you can put it on these different parts of your body, which activate the meridians, and then you can also breathe it in and have that respiratory effect, which then brings it all into the lungs. Now you see the diffuser happening here, and this diffuses the oils and puts it into the air. So that's another way. So you can put it on the skin, you can breathe it in through the diffuser. You can also take it internally. That whole thing is controversial. Don't want to go into it too much in this video because I want to stay focused on this other stuff. But those are some of the ways that you can utilize them. So other ones that raise your vibration, and also just give you a state change, right? That are just, they're not as maybe like holy or something, but they will give you that if you maybe are triggered or just have been working a lot. They just can instantly change your state and teach you how to change your state really easily, which is so helpful to get that entrainment of how to go from maybe stressed out intensity to well, I just feel refreshed, and it can transition you really well. So they can train you for that. One of my favorites for that is peppermint. So that really raises your vibration, opens the head, opens the crown. So peppermint is really good. I actually want to put some on right now. Oh, this bottle's out because I like it so much. Waiting for more to come. So no peppermint for right now. Another one that Young Living has is Stress Away, which is really good, and it has vanilla in it, and so it has that uplifting quality. The most common ones for just uplifting your vibration and bringing more joy are citruses, right? So the citrus or lemon, diffusing those or breathing those in, I'm going to do that right now, are really, really good for raising your vibration and changing your state, which feels so good. It's kind of fun. I don't know if you're having fun, but I'm having fun just kind of playing with this video rather than needing to make it quick. So I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, so other ones for raising your vibration. So we talked about those, the frankincense, the rosemary, the lavender, the myrrh, the different, they actually have sage essential oil, Palo Santo essential oil. So for some, the smoke can be kind of intense and intense on the lungs over time if you're an avid sager and you're just kind of like in this smoke bubble all the time. But the diffused through the water element is a lot gentler on the system. So having, say, those are really powerful also for raising your vibration, which also clear energy. They're doing it at the same time, right? And then other ones that are really good are like spruce and cedarwood and cypress and pine. So any of those tree ones, which frankincense is a tree too, all of those tree ones, sandalwood, all of those are very holy, very, very, very sacred, and raise your vibration while also making you feel very grounded, which is very powerful at the same time. Whereas, say, the peppermint and the citrus and the lemon would be just kind of more of the upliftment without the grounding. So I would say that there's an association with the tree having this grounded, holy, sacred energy that brings in a different kind of vibration as you're working with it. So those are some of the really good ones for spiritual expansion. You can use them in so many different ways. This is like, okay, there's so much here to this video. So if you have any other specific questions or offshoots of what you want me to go deeper into in this video, please let me know, because this is just so much. And comment below to let me know which ones are your favorite essential oils or which plants really, really feed you. Okay, so let's go into health. Well, I wanted to say real quick, okay, so they have also one called Valor. It's really potent. It's very empowering. So in those moments where you're just kind of like, and you need a little bit of a boost of empowerment, put it on your solar plexus, put it on your chest and your heart, and there's this potency while feeling calm that I really like the Valor one. So now let's go into health, because the health gets very, very interesting, and you know that I'm so into the health thing. Essential oils we can't quite say it, right, because we're not allowed to, but they can really assist in curing or assisting in cancer. Like, so they're the heavy hitters, right? And they're preventative in all ways. So they go across the board, and they're just so powerful in that way. And I love the plant medicine so much. And yes, so I'm picking up my favorite first and foremost. It can be kind of intense maybe for some, but I'm in love with it. It's called Thieves. Now, I'll tell you the story in just a second, but some of what it has is cinnamon and clove, so it kind of has that pumpkin spice element to it, and all of those are very antiviral, antibacterial, antiparasitic types of oils. Now, how it got its name, and I love history too, is because this is the blend that they created during the time of the plague. The thieves made this essential oil blend and would put it on them, and they would go and they would rob the graves like of the dead, and they wouldn't get the plague because they had this, because it was so potent. So for me, once fall comes and winter is here, I absolutely, Thieves is my best friend. And you can use this as a household cleaner. You can put it in your spray bottles, and which is amazing. You can diffuse it. So anytime that you start to feel like a little bit of something, it's Thieves all the way, right? And you can put it on your skin. I take a drop internally. Take that for your own if it's coming to that. But breathing it in through the diffuser is really powerful. And so Thieves is just a really good one for those kinds of things like colds and flus and the yucky bug stuff. Now, peppermint is also great for headaches. It's good for tummy aches. So those are kind of just like simple daily ones. They have certain ones that have wintergreen and eucalyptus. So like Raven, for instance, is really good for respiratory. So some of these, again, are more specific targeted areas. And then they have a digest, which has primarily like fennel, lemongrass, ginger, like all that stuff for like the belly and digestion. So it's really fun, particularly with Young Living. You can get an essential oil starter kit, which is only $160, and you get 11 of these essential oils, which pretty much covers the range of what you need. And it has all of these, so that when you have a certain thing come up, you're like, oh yes, the Thieves, oh, the frankincense, and you have a nice spectrum of them, and they're a really good deal. So I recommend that personally. That's why I even got into this, is because I was like, it's time for me to just have a nice set of them to play with. So on the basic level, those are some of the health ones. Now, when it gets more heavy hitting, right, and with like the cancer or like some more serious kind of physical health issues, which I like to just be preventative with, we can really get in there with some good ones. So one of the best ones that I've been playing with is actually German chamomile. Now chamomile is really amazing for soothing, calming, sleep, those kinds of things. Now on a physical level, one of the things that it does is it can cure breast cancer cells up to 93%. That's freaking huge. And so I've been playing with it, and after I shower, I do a breast massage with 1 or 2 drops. And one of the things that I've noticed right away is that tenderness that comes right before your moon cycle has gone away. I don't have that breast tenderness. It's quite incredible. I've never had that before. So German chamomile, for instance, is really wonderful for that. Coming back to one of my favorites is rosemary. I'm going to look at this because it's kind of statistical and I want to get it right. It kills up to 90% of ovarian and liver cancer cells. Is really great for the colon and breast cancer. So that one's super powerful too. Frankincense, again, is another huge one for boosting immunity. Oregano is another super good one externally for prostate, for many different things. Inhaling it, definitely be careful with that one and research that one, but that one's a really good one. Clary sage is the one that I said for hormone balance, which is so important in our day and age, because we're just a little whacked out of our balance here with too much estrogen. And so what you do it for men and women is really powerful. So men can actually put it on the top of their head if they're having balding, and it can help with that. Rosemary and lavender have been shown to help with that as well. Clary sage, you can put it, because it's a liver detox, which is where the hormone balancing comes from, so you can put it directly on your liver. You can put it on your ovaries. Women can also put it on the inside of their ankles. So there's certain places on the body where you can make it extra potent. Now, another thing too is that I found out is that CBD, taking it in tandem with a certain essential oil in a certain part of the body, can enhance the essential oil's effect by like 10 times. Really amazing. Patrick sells a really good CBD if you want more information on that. So using the essential oils in tandem with another plant, the hemp plant, which is highly intelligent and highly organizing to the body system, then enhances it even more. So very, very powerful again. So those are some of the health benefits that you can play with the essential oils. So let's go to beauty now and play with this, because I mean, really essential oils is pretty much where it's at. So any kind of face lotion or salve or any kinds of things like that, the only way that they're really going to do well and what we want them to do is if they have pure essential oils in them and really good plant-based carrier oils. So that's what's going to make all the difference in the world. So that's the basis of the preventative anti-aging beauty thing. And I used to make my own salves and actually sell them, but too busy at the moment. But you can make your own, and it's very simple and it's very fun. So having these base oils and then putting them in carrier oils, you can make your own really high quality potent face creams and body oils, which are really amazing. So let's go back to some of the beauty ones. So one that we haven't talked about is patchouli, the hippie oil. Patchouli's really good beauty oil. So is geranium. We've got lavender, chamomile's still really good. Even peppermint works, frankincense, rosemary. There's a lot of different rose, Hawaiian sandalwood. You know, there's so many really good ones for beauty. And you can, there's many different kind of recipes online where you can make your own. Again, if you're a part of our group, we'll give you some recipes of how you can make your own too. Really, really fun. And again, some of more specifically, and how I use them, if we're going to be really honest, is, so frankincense is really good for wrinkles and acne, which I already said. Now, a few more specific ways that you can use these is, for instance, like lavender and patchouli. You can put them on your skin directly for, say, like stretch marks or like cellulite, like those kinds of things. After you shower, you can put, say, rosemary on your adrenals, or during the day if you get a little bit tired, put them on your adrenals and that assists. So there's so much that you can do with these, and they're so amazing. This is just the beginning, and I love plants so much. So if you want to know anything more about them, comment below and I'll make more videos on them. This is just a tester. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna like this, but I like it, and it's helpful and valuable information, so I'm gonna share it with you. So again, take note, which ones did call to you the most? So you can be like, okay, I want these 3. I'm going to start with building a relationship with these 3 different ones, and then I'll expand from there. Always making sure that the quality is really high. So taking note, which ones do you want to incorporate into your spiritual practice, into your everyday life? And again, if you want to be a part of our circle and have all different kinds of recipe tips, how to use them, free giveaways, you get a free essential oil book. We are giving away a free bottle of the cedarwood this month and a $10 credit to get any other kind of essential oil. So that's like one of the benefits of signing up with us this month if you want to. And it's really amazing. Like when you get the starter kit and you have 11 essential oils to play with, and then you get this diffuser, and then you get samples of all like their thieves cleaner and their goji berry juice and all this kind of stuff, it's highly valuable. And the thing is yes, again, you can turn it into a business, and we have a whole group dedicated to how to do that so that you can support yourself with these kind of holistic products that are beneficial to people. So there's many different benefits as to why it would be helpful for you to have them just personal, for your just personal use and getting a good deal. Because for instance, this frankincense is like almost $40, just this one bottle, and you're getting 11 and a bunch of other stuff in the diffuser for $160. So it's a really good way to dive into this and to connect with the plants and play with them. So if you want to be a part of our team and be a part of our circle and this fun collaborative place where we play with these plants in this way, you can go to the link in the description and sign up through my link, and I will be in contact with you and we'll have lots of fun and go deep on the subject. And of course, if you don't want to, that's totally fine. Just make sure you get high quality ones and just start playing with it. At least go get one and just see what happens to you, see what happens to your vibration and your life, just having these plants around you. For me, plants are like animals. They're pretty loud, but they're not as slobbery. So they're one of my preferred connections in the spirit realm to be in communion with. And if you like videos like this, please like and subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notifications every time I do new videos. I'm doing videos now every Tuesday and every Thursday. I'm going to be doing about 4 to 6 videos a month on spiritual, metaphysical topics, and then about 2 to 4 on healthy lifestyle, because integrating it into the physical is very important. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another video.